Number one, anytime we hear the word we know something is being assigned to us. For example, if your mom tells you something, your sister tells you something, your friend that's a woman tells you something, your wife tells you something, if the word we leaves their mouth, you know you're fixing to be assigned something. And ladies, let me tell you something. As soon as we hear the word we, there are different tones of this word, but the word fuck comes out of our head. It's in our head, but it depends on what's happened. It could be fuck, it could be fuck, and it could be fuck. It could be any of those three versions of tone. And I mean that seriously, because it's like, what do you want me to do now? Keep that in mind. Number two, Patrice O'Neal touched on this in his really famous stand-up comedy, but it's true. You guys, I don't know what it is. I could be watching a football game, a basketball game, a baseball game, a soccer game, whatever. I could be there sitting there the whole time. And you start bothering me like the last 5 to 10 minutes of the game. Why do you always do this stuff? I could be perfectly fine sitting there. No, nothing. And then you start asking me questions about whatever it is, or you start getting me distracted and I can't watch it no more. Why do you wait till the last minute? You know, the funny thing is I'm sitting at home, you know, that way I can relax. You know, of course I could be at a bar, I could be somewhere else, but I sit at home and, you know, thinking, oh, it'll be home. I won't have any distractions here. And then that's not always the case, because you guys are distracting sometimes. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible, but you are. You know, it's like, come on, man. Like, I've been sitting here watching the game the whole time, and you're doing whatever you want to do, which it doesn't matter. But then you start asking me questions, you start doing this. Oh man, it drives us crazy, and I mean that. So if you see a guy or a group of guys watching a game, no matter what sport it is, please keep that in mind. If they get aggressive or pissed off with you, now you understand why. Because dude, we've been watching the game the whole time. You haven't said much of anything to us, and that's fine. And I don't mean that in a rude way. It's just how we are. You know, we just get in the zone, and that's it. Number three, when you're telling us stuff, okay, a lot of the times you don't want us to solve the problem, okay? And there's a famous saying that says, men don't know how to communicate and women feel like they don't need to communicate. So when you're telling us stuff, a lot of the times our brain is going to jump to automatically, how can we fix it? Why? Because we don't want to have a problem in our life. Men generally want peace. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. We just want peace. So if we have a problem and we can fix it, we go back to our default mode, which is, and this may sound crazy to ladies, but we don't think about anything. We can literally sit there for 30 minutes and just not think about anything. We don't care. And we just sit there and we just don't care. I don't know how else to explain it to you. If we could fix this, we can go back to default mode. But that's not what you guys want all the time. And a lot of times you don't. You already have, and I notice this, you know, speaking with women, you already have your mind generally made up of what you want to do. You just want to talk to someone so you can hear it out loud, so that way you know that you're making the right decision in your head. That's basically what it is. The next one. Why is it that you can tell your girlfriend, your wife, your sister, a friend that's a woman, you tell them the same thing, and I mean the same exact thing, for months, and sometimes even years. And then all of a sudden, at the turn of a hat, one of their friends tells them the same damn thing. You've been telling them for months, years, sometimes even decades. And then it's like, such and such. And you're like, I've been fucking telling you that for months or years or decades. I've seen this myself. It's like, dude, we've been telling you this forever. What is wrong with you? And it's just amazing. It just startles us to death. We're just looking at like, what the hell's going on? Like, dude, like, I've been telling you this forever. I don't know how else to just say that. It really is one of the things we're just like, boom, you know, it's amazing. It is amazing. Number 5. This is the ultimate one, in my opinion. You always say you guys want someone that tells the truth and that's direct, okay? Because you're used to guys that lie to you, right? Okay. So if we lie to you and keep the peace, which I'm going back to my original statement about being in default mode, if we keep the peace, we lie sometimes. We keep the peace, right? We do. And that's just so we have peace. But sometimes when we feel like it, we tell the truth, right? And you guys don't like the truth because and here's the thing, you guys branded all kinds of stuff. You're an asshole, you're rude, you're this or that. No, it's just being direct and honest with you. And I think this is actually shameful. So many of you are so used to being lied to, you wouldn't know what truth was if it hit you in the face. Like, if a guy just straight up told you the truth, like, you just don't know what to do. And I think that's an honest thing. And I don't understand that with you guys. It's like, if I lie to you and you find out, you're mad. If I tell you the truth and I'm direct, then I'm an asshole. So like, either way, the quarter on the heads or the tails, you're gonna get pissed off. So and the funny thing is, and you guys don't know this, sometimes we're like, well, I might as well just go for it, you know? Which is why you're like, why did he say that? Because we just felt like doing it. We're just like, you know what? It doesn't matter. We're not gonna win anyway. So you know what? We might as well just have fun with it. So let's just be direct, or let's lie and see what happens. I mean, you may think, oh, this is a game. You guys are playing games. Maybe that's the case, sure, but that's more or less sometimes what we think, and that's just being straight up honest with you. Bonus, all right? What makes you think that we can be in a relationship with you for many years, we're gonna move in with you, we're gonna get all the way to the border, and then you expect us to marry you? And then you get mad when the guy wastes like 6 to 10 years or more of your life. And you're sitting there going, I wish I was a wife. I wish I was a wife. Hey, I'm telling you right now as a guy, let me just give you secret advice. I know you guys don't like me solving your problems. We will go to the ends of the earth to touch the line of marriage and not marry you. And you don't understand that. So I'm just letting you know right now, we don't understand how you allow this to happen. And I've seen this with many of my lady friends. It's like, dude, you know what the guy's going to do, but you let it happen because you think it's going to change. And it's not. You know, if the guy doesn't want to get married or whatever, you're not going to change his mind. It's not going to happen. And we find it amazing, you know, like I have so many friends that are ladies and they tell me that, and I'm just looking at them like, dude, he's going to just keep doing what you're doing. He's not going to marry you. Why would he marry you? You've given him what he wants. He already lives with you. He can leave whenever he wants. He can come and go as he pleases. Why would he marry you at that point? You know, he already has exactly what he wants, so his needs are already met. So why would he take the extra step to marry you unless you're nagging him into it? If you continually nag him into it and he eventually does it, then you kind of know what you have there, and that's not a good idea, I don't think. So these are the top 5 things that I think women should know about men, and I can do a part 2 of this video if you guys want. This is something that is really interesting to me. I may do something that I think 5 things that women know about men, I guess, or things that you want to know about us. You could definitely put those down in the comments. I'd love to hear them, and that way I can make a part 2 video and figure out, okay, whichever the most liked one is, then that's what I'm going to do. And I will definitely say this, the end video that I'm going to use is how to get a girlfriend. Check it out, see what you guys think, leave comments. Maybe I'll make a part 2 or update the video based on your comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe down below. And for future content and for daily content, please look down below in the description. My Instagram is attached there. And y'all have a good day.